rhythm thing right there.
Are we on? Is this the official Dead Air Volume 7? It is. And thank you for joining us again. I just want to apologize for there not being a show last week. I was actually observing Father's Day, so that's why I didn't show up. Just like, kind of like how my dad has been for the past, 20 years of my life. So, thank you, Dad. Just want to give you a quick shout out to all fathers out there who happen to be good dads, bad dads. The moral of the story is that you're a dad, and for that, some of us are grateful, others are not. But that was last week's news. We're back again this week. We are minus one co-host. He is MIA. No one's seen or heard from him in days. So Ben Bourgeois, if you're out there listening to this, you're fired. You can go find yourself a new radio show to get on because
we don't want you here.
We don't tolerate the no call no show. So you only get one chance here, ladies and gentlemen, and some people just need to be made examples of, I guess. But that's actually we don't really know what he's doing. You're not fired, Ben. We miss you. Call in if you can.
Please come back.
The show just seems so lonely without him. He's my little inspiration, my little bud, my little sapling, my little tree sprout.
He is a little sprout, isn't he?
He's just a little sprout, but he's growing into such a healthy, vibrant, glowing, veiny. What's the term for vascular?
Vascular.
Very vascular man. Very vascular. Always with me is my right-hand man, Mr. Adam Barnt. He likes to do the production here on the show. Also, been working on a website. Are we ready to announce an official launch?
Yeah, we have a launch. deadairmke.com. Check it out. You'll be able to find all our old episodes broadcast commercial-free for the first time
Ever.
in
history.
For the first time ever. You'll be able to check those out, and that's mostly it.
There's going to be a lot more fun stuff coming up on that website. We're going to be having some kind of, a little bit of blogging here, a little bit of, we got some Facebook going on. We think we got some Twitter going on. So always, where can the people find us on the social media outlets?
Well, from the website, you can be directed there.
From the website. So you log on to deadairmke.com. Click the links to our social media pages and like us, subscribe, whatever it is you do on those things. I don't even really use Twitter anymore. I tried, but it's just not. I just don't like it.
I find myself just reading Twitter. I read through the things.
Right. I don't contribute.
And I use it I get a lot of my news from Twitter because I see just the little tweet about it.
Yeah.
And that's usually all I need to know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just there's a lot of jargon involved with Twitter, I feel like.
Yeah, but once you know how to do it.
I don't think I want to know.
Well, it just looks weird on the screen because they kind of change the colors of the text if it's a link or whatever. But
hey, I don't know. I mean,
think it's great. I love it. I wouldn't want to be without it. When you're taking a shit, there's nothing better than scrolling through your Twitter feed.
Do you have the Stumble Upon app on your phone?
I do.
Does it like just wreak havoc on your phone?
No, it just needs like a really good connection. You got to be getting a quick connection.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it. Also, I feel like my phone gets like 300 degrees Fahrenheit, Celsius even.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I haven't noticed any kind of heat issues.
I have the Task Manager app on my phone, and that uses a lot of resources. A lot of resources.
Manager? What's that?
Task Manager, it shows what's running. Like, and you can like kill it right from there.
I read an article that those aren't all they're cracked up to be.
No,
Like, they're
because-
actually worse for your phone than
Maybe.
not having them.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes when I notice that it shows you how much like memory you have, like how much RAM you have essentially, or how much is being used, and if you just tap the button, it stops all the apps that are running that you don't want to be running, and like I noticed that it goes faster, but it's like every 5 seconds, the app that I closed just like reopens again. So it's an endless struggle.
Yeah, I find that when you use those, half the time it doesn't really even close it. But if you go into the settings,
That's just such a pain in the
it's
ass.
a huge pain in the ass.
Like who I don't know. It's just really annoying how you have to constantly be. I mean, I guess it's like how people talk about how like you're never truly satisfied. It's like I guess that kind of keeps that going. You know what I mean? Like, was on the Duncan Trussell podcast. They were talking about that one. Did you listen to the latest one?
Not the latest one. I've been
On the road?
No, I have not heard
Ooh.
it yet. I'm saving it for a work.
Yeah. Well,
week.
Spoiler alert: it's only 30 minutes long.
Oh, really?
So
Bummer.
you might want to give.
Yeah,
it
maybe
a
I'll just listen to it.
because it really like everyone out there listening to this. Podcasts are just the way to go, like at work. I mean,
Yeah, it makes time just soar.
just yeah.
Soar through.
It's a time subliminator. It really is.
You can concentrate better too for some
Mhm.
reason because you don't have to think yourself.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
just kind of being entertained by these voices.
yeah. It's like stimulating the mind in ways that music just really doesn't do for me. But yeah, they're also usually about 2 hours long, you know. And if it's a particularly good podcast, it's one you'll remember for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, this show is doing that for all of our viewers out there. What are we at right now?
One.
We're at one viewer.
That's probably in back too.
Well, maybe that thing's not totally accurate, you know. Sometimes it'll say we only have one viewer, and we'll get like 2 or 3 phone calls from different people. So I'm always an optimist. I know this is being reached to literally dozens of people, and everyone listening, we appreciate your unwavering loyalty. It's inspirational, really.
We're here because of you.
We do
We're
this
here
for
for
you.
them.
So you should all of you should be like way more grateful than you currently are being. Visit the website. Do we have a donate button?
We have a donate button.
Anyone who really, really enjoys this podcast, we not, if you don't want to contribute, that's fine. We don't care. We're here to do this just for the fun of it, and we love to entertain you guys. But if you're feeling a little generous someday, any amount of money you feel that like you would like to donate, it's gonna go for a good cause. We're gonna use that money to really revamp the show, get some insane guests on, people that you would never expect to see on this show. We're gonna get them. Can't say who yet, but
the wheels are turning.
we've
There's
got
big
some-
things happening.
we've got some guests lined up that I think the fans will truly be pleased. Can't give away any details yet, but look next week or in the next coming weeks, we're gonna be having some wild people on the show. So, Mr. Barnes, I gotta ask, do we have any news, any special news for this episode at all? I know we've been all week we kind of look for some crazy stuff on the interwebs to share with all of you beautiful people out there. I think we probably don't have too much though. Not too much. I've been really getting into Reddit lately, which I know is kind of like old news.
No, man, I just discovered the Ask Me Anythings they do a couple months ago, and those are fucking awesome, man.
I've never heard of those.
They'll have somebody on, like everybody does them, and people submit questions, and you vote on the questions, and they go like up or down, and then whoever's on answers the questions. Like they'll have like Louis C.K. on or something. And
Oh,
he just
really?
Answers dozens of questions.
That's sweet.
From fans.
Huh. Like I said, I just got into it. I just got the app. The Reddit is Fun app for the Android operating system. Which, speaking of which, A friend of mine just got the new Droid Razor or something.
That's a nice looking phone.
Yeah, man. Like phones are really getting crispy,
Yep.
crispy, crunchity, HD goodness. I mean, it's completely over the top, but like, and I guess it looks pretty sweet. You know, it's really, really sharp resolution. I wonder what resolutions are going to be at in the near future. Like how much, honestly, like they're getting to the point where you can't even see the pixel, like the detail. You know what I mean? Or there's more detail than you can even possibly notice.
Eventually, it's gonna be like you're just holding up something that's transparent because it's that good.
Yeah. Freaks me out. But at the same time, I'm excited. I mean,
I love it. I love all of it.
Yeah.
I
want more.
Yeah.
I want to be completely immersed in the technology singularity that
I
is.
want to plug into the Matrix.
Yeah, I do too. Only, I want to have more freedom there than I do here, which I have a lot of freedom now. But I'm saying, you know, more would be good. I could see that being used for bad purposes too, like they do in the movies. You know.
Yeah, but you got to figure if we're interfacing with the digital world, that we could stay one step ahead.
I don't know. I mean,
bend it to our whim.
There's always going to be someone controlling things, be it human or non-human. There's going to be someone controlling the masses, suppressing, even if you will. You know what I mean? If people in the Matrix all had the Neo powers, if you will, you know, it wouldn't be as special, I guess, for him.
No, it would. How come? So, at the end, spoiler alert.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the Matrix,
seen the Matrix. When he has the powers, when he's not in the Matrix.
That's what ruined it for me completely.
What is that? That's so stupid.
I know. It's like, honestly, like they could have just left it at the first one. The first one was the best, I think, just because like it was like, I guess like raw, you know. It was like they didn't have to like because they always like in the sequels they always have to like make it like bigger and badder than the first one, just you know like sensationalize it. Case in point, that was in the second one where he had that power, right?
What power?
Like Neo had the out of Matrix powers.
I think that was the third one.
Was it the third one?
I think it was the third one.
I thought that he like used that out of Matrix power and then he like fainted and then he like woke up again in the third one.
Maybe. I don't really remember.
I don't really remember either. I do remember that badass was it like a head-on collision, like the two semi-trucks that collided.
Oh yeah.
That was so cool for its time. How like they just like accordioned.
That was really sweet.
That'd be so crazy, man, to see like a semi-truck accident like that of that caliber.
It would be
really any accident.
Nutty.
Have you ever seen any like car accidents happen like right in front of you?
Never have.
I haven't either.
What the fuck's going on here?
I've seen some pretty gnarly stuff like vans like flipped over on their side on the freeway and shit. But nothing quite like I've never
seen it actually happen.
Yeah, except for the ones that I've been in myself.
Yeah.
How many car accidents have you been in your day?
Only one.
Really? I've been in probably like 3. Never really my fault. So.
No, I wasn't driving in the one.
I know someone who got in 2 car accidents in the same day, same car. Can you imagine being hit twice in the same day?
It would be a bad day. That would be a bad day.
Like one is already like jarring enough, but then you get nailed the second time. It's just like I don't know. How could that possibly happen?
I don't think you do anything else the rest of that day. I think you call it.
You call it. You you chill out in your room or you chill out in your house.
Don't take any risks.
Don't even leave after that. Just stay home. You've done enough damage to yourself and your reputation. Disgusting. Sickening. So we are now staring at... that's not a good one.
No. None of this is any good.
Fancy pictures.
Have you You gonna see Prometheus?
Well, I don't really know anything about it. Like I've never seen any trailers, but I've heard bad things about it.
I've heard bad things too, but it looked so cool.
I have no idea. I know it's some kind of space movie. I don't know really much else about it.
I guess it's a prequel to Alien. I never seen
Really?
any of the Alien movies.
I love the Alien movies. What was it? The second one.
Aliens.
It goes Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and then Aliens 4, Alien 4 Resurrection. The second one was the best in my opinion, just because I think it was a lot more like action packed. The first one was more of like a suspense movie. Man, Sav seems pretty pissed. about
Yeah,
something.
he's real pissed.
I know. I think he was getting into it with someone before. I want to take this moment to give a shout out to River West Video for making this radio show possible, and all the radio shows it hosts. Yes. Thank you. River West Video, located at 824 East Wright Street in the neighborhood of River West in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, has a vast library of basically anything you could ask for, really, in terms of movies, TV shows, etc. All kinds of good stuff. Come check it out. They're one of the only, I think they're the only video store in Milwaukee now, independently owned. So it's like an art gallery in here. It's very beautifully done in here. So come check it out. They make the radio shows happen. You can check out all the radio shows at riverwestradio.com. Lots of fun stuff. It's a very brings the community together in so many ways.
Yes, it does.
Can't even thank them enough. It's time for a sound effect there. This one. Tim Allen. We have the power of the soundboard, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Barn, what is it like to set up the soundboard every week?
Honestly, I put very little time into it.
Do you?
It's pretty much the same every week.
Yeah. We need to get some new music.
We need to get new music. Some new sound effects would be good too.
New sound
There's room
effects.
for improvement. It's a hassle.
Everyone, we are going to be completely revamping the show in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
You just wait. We're going to
Thanks
have
for listening.
We're going to have
to this pile of shit.
We're going to have new sound effects, new music. Like I said before, insane guests that you would never even believe that could possibly be on this show. We're going to get them.
We already got them. They're just.
We just need to find time. This with everyone's busy schedules and all kinds of wacky stuff going on in our lives. I'm a very busy man these days. I spend about how many hours a week would you say I'm at home?
I don't know, like 4.
It's true. I'm always on the go. I would like to start spending more time dedicating my time and efforts to material for this show. I apologize. I've been rather absentee I was absentee last week. We all were. But you know, we're gonna be revamping this shit like you wouldn't believe. What was it? Yesterday, me and Adam here were in a quite pleasant mood, walking over to our friend's house, and we had quite the discussion. It was one of the best conversations I've had in a long time, and I wish we could have been recording it because we were really getting into some depth there.
We should have recorded it. Should have recorded the whole thing.
We always say that we have our best conversations off the air, which is like,
if you guys could tune into that.
yeah, tune into our lives. Just start following us around whenever we think we're saying something that's slightly interesting, because I guess everyone has their own opinions about what's fun to talk about. Some people like to talk about like some people on Facebook, all they talk about is sports. I've noticed there's certain people who they literally have nothing else to talk about, and I just want to say I just wonder I don't know, I'm just so the opposite, you know.
People who use Facebook for anything other than comedy,
Yeah, right.
I think they're doing it wrong.
Soda can. Soda, yeah. Nick, everyone. Hey, you got a haircut. Nice haircut. He's looking rather dapper lately. That Nick. Nick Ryan was probably the main producer of all of this. He makes sure the gears are greased and they're turning. Looking good. Yeah, he was commenting on our soda can clips. Brilliant invention, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can clips.
Come on. We can talk about it. Or are you chicken? Oh, yeah. We're actually going to try to patent the idea. Is that why we're being so conspicuous with it?
Yes. There's fortunes to be lost.
I think,
And I don't think you take it seriously.
I mean, you could sell them. I'm just going to go on the air and say it because it's something to talk about here. One of our good friends has crafted some ingenious disguises for canned beverages. We'll say you can disguise any beverage with just a little soda can. You cut around. You just basically cut off the top and bottom part, and you can just wrap them around anything. So it's a brilliant idea. Yeah, I think he saw it on the internet or something. It seems like a Pinterest thing.
This? I think
Yeah.
it was a stumble.
Oh, it was a stumble.
It was a stumble.
Stumble upon the. It's funny. I was showing my girlfriend Stumble Upon, and it was my girlfriend, her roommate, and her roommate's boyfriend. And I switched it to the babe setting. I was like, "Yeah, check this out,
Yeah.
dude." And it was churning out some of the nastiest pictures I've ever seen on there.
You're like, no, it's usually awesome.
Well, no, me and him were like, yeah, and it's they were all disgusted, but then they're like, oh yeah, we'll try to search up hot dudes. And you can't. There's no setting for that. So we really decided that Stumble Upon is for men and men only.
I think it is. I think there's a strict gender difference between Stumble Upon and Pinterest.
Pinterest totally.
Yeah.
Do you think they're two completely separate entities, or do you think there's a master of both of them?
There's one guy running the whole thing.
Yeah, because they're very I guess the concept's pretty similar. I mean, it's executed differently, but
yeah, it's still just the same of getting new content.
Aggregator.
Yeah, it's like
That's
the
the
new way of
Yeah.
aggregating. It's not really aggregating anymore the way this is, but
Yeah, this is just completely random. Stumble Upon's so great. You can just get lost just clicking away.
yeah, it'll change your internet viewing experience.
It's the best because I never have a website that I go to.
No.
It's such a good way to just find what's out on the internet because there's just so much. I actually heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but there are more. This is gonna sound outlandish, but it's just something I heard. There's more registered URLs on the internet than there are stars in the universe. That's what I heard.
Did you hear about the IPv6?
No, I have not.
They just changed the way they register names, and now there's enough open domains on the internet for each person to have 1 billion domain names. The internet has that big of a.
That's I think I heard it's 13 trillion or something.
I don't know.
I gotta feel I feel like there's more stars than that in the universe. I mean, come on.
I don't know. There are a lot of stars, but now each person can have billions of domain names if they needed to.
Well, I mean, so you mean the total amount of memory on the internet?
Yeah.
Equals each 7 billion and counting person can have 1 billion domain names to themselves, and there'd still be enough room for everyone.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I mean,
it's insane. It can't be full.
Well, I'm glad there's that much memory because we might all need it someday for the singularity.
Yeah. That's the network we're gonna plug our consciousness into when it hits.
It's gonna be wild. I mean, I know we talked about those LED contact lenses a couple of weeks ago, which still blows my mind. That's I mean, you won't even need a TV anymore, really.
I can't wait till everything you need is just already built into you.
Like I said before, my life's goal is to be as horizontal as long as possible. And once I'm plugged into that matrix grid, I can do everything from my bed. Which is my goal, is to never leave my bed. Whoa.
Oh my God.
Double jointed people, man, they freak me out. I don't like my shoulder pops out of its socket a lot, which is like the worst feeling.
I can pop my shoulders out just on their own.
It's so nasty, man.
What's this?
This That's totally your girl right there.
Her? Why?
That's what I picture when I picture the kind of girls you like.
I don't know. I mean, she is hot, but
Just like super collegey.
well, what can I say?
I guess that's kind of changing now, though. Like the typical college girl, like the picture that you paint in your head, whatever you want to call that. I feel like that's it's changing. You know.
Yep.
It goes with the style and all. Like people are very style conscious, and I don't know. I guess that all just changes with the times.
Yeah, the look now is pretty different than it was 5 years ago. Galifianakis.
Dude, I'm so glad they have that. Viewers
Oh my
at home. Damn.
That chick's insane.
If you have some free time on your hands, which obviously you do if you're listening to this thing, check out Just Three Boys. It's a short featuring Zach Galifianakis, Tim Heidecker, Eric Wareheim. It's a fun little production like they like to put on, but really hilarious. And there's a song at the end that just ties it all together. So good. It's like...
You ever seen this gif before where the dude just catches the baseball?
Whoa. Dude, I thought that said Eva Longoria.
Oh no, Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt,
think
but that one's awesome.
Think there's any relation there?
Evan and Eva?
Yeah.
The brother and sister.
We had a little comparison. Who's hotter, Eva Mendes or Eva Longoria? You know Eva Mendes?
Yeah, I think I get them confused. Oh wait, she was the one that was in like Sin City and everything, right?
Eva Mendes?
Yeah.
Probably, because I don't think Eva Longoria was.
Eva Longoria wasn't, but I'm just trying to think if that's her. If that's the case, that's definitely her. I think Longoria.
Yeah,
I'm going with Longoria.
That was the general consensus. I think, obviously they're both extremely attractive, but
yeah, Eva Longoria is way hotter though.
she's like the Hispanic Sandra Bullock. I bet Pritchard loves her.
He can't help but.
I bet he's hope he's listening right now, or is he still at summer solstice? For all those listening at home,
Pritchard's napping.
Get down to summer solstice. There's a lot of fun to be had down there on North Avenue. Actually, one of the bands we like to promote on this show is playing live. They're probably done playing now, but hopefully you caught them because
they're great.
They're wonderful.
They're great.
They're wonderful musicians, wonderful people. They really, out of the goodness of their heart, let us play their music, and it's a symbiotic relationship, really. They bring the listeners, and we give them the listeners. So, whatever that means, enjoy that.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Nothing.
I wonder where Ben is right now.
I wonder where he is too.
You think he's working? He's a real workaholic.
I think
these
he
days.
got off, and I think he's drinking.
Oh boy, he's been having a little issue with it, hasn't he?
He drinks
way too much.
Way too much.
Actually, I've been drinking way too much lately. It's funny.
I don't think I've been drinking enough.
Well, you've got a career. You've got a career ahead of you.
I am a career man.
You are.
I work on this show 40 hours a week.
He is.
This
focused.
is the product of all my attention.
He is focused on this project. This is the end all be all for him. No, I mean, it's funny. A friend of mine was at the doctor the other day, and they asked him how many times, how many drinks he has a week. And if you really like really break it down, how many would you think you have a week?
On
I
a week where I actually go out drinking
Yeah.
on like Friday and Saturday, I probably have about 15 drinks that week.
yeah.
But if I don't go out, it'll be more like 3.
Yeah. That's the thing is like, I don't know, my lifestyle, my schedule is more broken up throughout the week. Like, I don't work a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, but, throughout the week I have different shifts and I have 2 different jobs. So, sometimes I have free time during the week and I don't know, man, I feel like I drink, I probably like honestly have like, on a bad week or good week, depending how you look at it, probably like 20, 25. It's crazy.
Well, you and Bougie both from time to time will just like go get some beer and kind of drink it.
Yeah.
I don't really ever do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like on a weeknight, even if I'm just chilling around,
Yeah.
just go get some beer. I'd rather just like, I don't know, I'd usually rather just have some juice or something.
how about some juice flavored beer?
Juice flavored beer.
No.
No, I don't like sweet beers with any kind of like
Like
fruitness to
alambic.
it. Yeah, like those ones that kind of taste lemony and they're like summer shandy and
Oh,
stuff
the
like
shandy?
that. I don't know. Oh, the shandy.
Yeah, I don't know. That stuff's really grosses me out.
It's
I don't
gross,
know.
man.
I don't know how people like swill that shit down. That and I know some of our friends drink this, but like the Miller Chills.
Yeah,
It's a silly beer.
it's a very silly. Oh, you ever see this picture?
If you haven't, what is that?
It's like
Whoa.
a drop of water, but it's in front of a map and it makes a little globe.
Oh, it's a drop of water.
Yeah, it's a drop of water in front of a map.
Holy shit,
I know, it's awesome.
dude. I mean, I wanna believe that's a real photo. I do, but I don't.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no reason for it to be fake, but I feel like nowadays anything can be so easily faked.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like that could all totally be rendered in a 3D imaging software.
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
This guy says he looked him up. Marcus Regalis. Incredible work of liquid art.
I mean,
We're going.
I'm sure it's real. I'm just saying that everything can just be so doctored these days.
Yeah, it's tough to tell what's real and what's not. But it doesn't really matter.
No, it's it's impressive either way. It's always so inspirational to see people who can do great things. You know. Hopefully
I can't do great things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully someday I'll have a great thing to do, but until then, I'm just gonna be a pathetic loser.
Was that a ragtime party that just busted out?
1 minute.
The minute ragtime party.
1 minute ragtime. Oh, was it? There needs to be more ragtime in my life. Sometimes I feel like there's not enough ragtime going around.
Would you look at that?
Lots of fun pedestrians on the street tonight. There's a man completely naked on the street right now. Tiny wiener,
Well, should we take a break?
much like yours truly. Yeah, we're gonna throw in a little music here. Who's this? This is
I believe this is Celebrated Working Man. Impossible
Impossible
Interiors.
Interiors. Enjoy.
Is there in you, is there in you a beauty too? Compared to what I want from life, adulate my time. Would you make amends? Could you make amends with all those friends and acquaintances from your younger life? But a shepherd of wolves on a suicide watch
Hell of a song.
It's the jam.
It's a hell of a damn song. That was Celebrated Working Man, Impossible Interiors. You know, that song just... Whenever I always listen to that song and think it's just not quite long enough, you know?
It's not. They never are.
Yeah, exactly. I just... Sometimes I lay there in bed late at night, and I have the album on repeat, just looping all night. I don't even sleep.
Well, how could you?
I don't want to miss a second of
you?
any of it. It's beautiful art. They'll be very successful. I know they will be. I mean, they already are. But like,
Well, of course, they've made it to Dead Air Radio.
they're gonna be on some of the premier media outlets someday. I know they will be. And
They already are.
with our help, we're gonna get them there.
They already are.
You know, here at Dead Air Radio, we like to just launch people into stardom. I feel like this is a launching pad.
It's what we're most known for. When people think of the show,
I mean,
they
when
think of all the stars it's launched.
it comes to just talent, just pure talent, like raw talent, I feel like we've helped get some of the best people, most talented people out on the scene. you
Should
know?
we take a moment to discuss all the people we've propelled to stardom?
Well, I mean, we'll go in chronological order, only backwards. So, Aaron Cup Rodriguez,
A book by Cup, you heard it here first.
he literally has transformed the American literary culture
Literally
from the ground up.
transformed the literary community.
He's done so much for the world of academia, the world of cinema.
He made the cover of Books magazine, which is just a wonderful publication.
He also had a riveting interview in the Future Leaders of the World magazine as well, and blog. I read the blog.
Great.
I read the
You
blog.
You read the blog.
Yeah.
Well, of course. Who has time?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I know he's a good friend of ours, and I just saw his name pop up on on Reddit.
It was there.
It was on Reddit. I read it on Reddit.
It was the longest
I sent
Ask
that.
Me Anything in the history of the platform.
Yeah, and
He
really
answered over 12,000 questions.
Apparently, according to the article, he didn't even skip a beat. Apparently,
Nope.
he did not say the word once.
Well, why would he?
In 12,000 questions, he could formulate a sentence so fluid, not even one was uttered.
Well, it's written.
But no, the interviewer made special note in a sentence that wasn't contained in quotation marks. You know how writers can sometimes write sentences that express ideas more so than verbatim what someone said.
Yes.
It was one of those sentences.
One of those just wonderful sentences.
Beautiful sentences.
Beautiful, beautiful sentences.
Not too many beautiful sentences tonight, but I like to think that there's always a diamond in the rough. I really appreciate the time you take to listen to the past recordings and cut snippets out of them of things that you think I said that were funny, because, you know, sometimes I don't really even think about it. It just, things come out. And I don't have any time to appreciate the things I say. And I don't even want to appreciate the things I say. I want others to. And that's what I try to do every time I open my fucking pie hole, my cry chasm.
Well, I, to be honest, spend at least 4 or 5 hours a day just thinking about things you have said
Well,
and how they've impacted me and my life.
is that 5
Only-
hours a day or a week or
A day.
a day? So,
every day.
so what you're trying to tell me is that
I
you
keep
work.
a book under my bed full of things you've said.
So over 60% of your work day.
No, this is
This-
after I
this
come
40
home. This
oh.
is my free time.
But I mean, you
This is how I
dedicate
spend my evenings.
you dedicate 40 hours a week to this.
Well, right, I don't sleep much.
So it's outside of that.
It's outside of work.
Okay.
And that's not so. You know, I don't dedicate. I don't not 40 hours. Do I think about what you've said?
Well,
Not a week.
40 hours.
Oh, I take weekends off. I don't think about the things you've said on the weekends.
Oh, so it's more like 25 hours.
It's like
a
a
week.
it's like a Monday through Friday thing.
Well, I appreciate that. I spend about half hour a week on things you say, so maybe
Yeah?
I should learn from
Yeah,
you.
Maybe you should step it up. Semen vampire. What could that be about?
Let me take a look.
Let's take a look.
It's a Huffington Post article.
It's a HuffPo.
What is it?
I don't know.
Charles Lee Bergson molested little boys. Bergerson?
It doesn't say little, but it does say molested boys.
Bergeron.
Bergeron, molested boys told them he needed their semen to live.
I wonder if there's any relation to Tom Bergeron.
You think it's his estranged brother?
It's probably his actual name, man. I do not.
You think
like
that is
man.
Tom Bergeron? I don't like Tom Bergeron either, and I wouldn't be surprised to learn that he carried on this way.
He's just such a fucking tool, man. Tom Bergeron.
Well, he's just not funny at all.
he's the worst. I mean, I love America's Funniest Home Videos. Don't get me wrong, but Tom Bergeron just ruins it. I guess he's someone who I love to hate, though. You know. And if that's what he's going for, then he's really good at it.
No, I think people really like him.
How? He's just, I mean, I understand, like, the platform.
It's the
or
simple
whatever.
people that like him.
Yeah,
The simple people really enjoy him.
Man.
That's what a discussion we were having yesterday, and
Yeah.
it all kind of came down to simple people doing simple things, kind of just fucking everything up.
Really, yeah, it's the simple people, yet really, like, have the ability to, you know, move mountains. You know what I mean? Like, some people, like, have...
Large groups of simple enough people can set society back just so far.
And what it is just, like, the fact that certain people can get, like, so upset about things, you know, and, yeah, like,
Things
you know,
that don't even matter at all.
Well, things that
shouldn't concern anybody.
things that just keep everyone out, like, keeps basically society held back, you know, like, suppressed,
Yeah.
non-progressive, not like no progression at all, you know, just only in things that, like, simple things are there ever truly progression. You know what I mean?
No. What do you mean?
Simple, like, pleasures, I guess.
What about science?
Science,
That
yeah.
came
That's,
pretty far. That's a simple pleasure?
no. That's not what I was driving at. I think what I was thinking is just society as a whole. Think of society as a whole. What
Okay.
are things that, like...
Is it like a bowl or a leaf?
It's definitely not a leaf. It's more of a bowl. No, but just think about American society.
Okay.
Just what's the first thing that pops into your head when you think of that?
Of American society?
American culture, if you will.
Oh,
at large.
Like fast food. I think of just like fast food mostly.
TV.
Lots of bright colors.
Yeah, quick.
Bright colors and big letters
Yeah.
and fast food.
And just like the thing that really has been bothering me lately is how there's such a desire for, like, I don't know, like professional looking, you know, like on TV, for example, like, just like the whole idea of, like, professionalism drives me nuts sometimes.
Yeah, I wish I could just act the same always.
Right,
And
it's
not
just-
have it be an issue.
Yeah, and I don't get the whole, like, professional mentality. Like,
I don't get it either.
I understand that, like, it's may be necessary to receive certain results, but, like, it's just so foreign. Like, you know what I mean?
I think it's because when you get all these different people with such different lives working in close quarters with each other, if you didn't kind of have that societal expectation to act professionally and everyone just acted how they are, there'd be a lot more traumas.
Conflict.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of conflict. So
Yeah.
just to avoid that, you just act professionally and don't talk about certain things.
Yeah.
And don't do certain things.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
look a certain way.
right, exactly. There's just, like, such a, like, I feel like, yeah, like, that makes sense, but it's taken to such, like, an extreme, like, you know what I mean, like leash.
Well, totally. Like when I worked at that large area cable provider,
Right.
and you just
Regional.
You're just expected to carry yourself in such a way that is unnatural.
Yeah, and the expectation is that like, you know, that's just how you should be anyway. I feel like a lot of the people, in like a lot of people that I know who are like esteemed professional, like, are really, God, how do you explain them? They're just like. So
Hi, how are you?
yeah, I guess.
Caught 19 holes or 18 holes on Sunday.
Right,
Took
exactly.
the kids out to the lake.
Exactly. Which, you know, I'm not trying to judge anyone for like that being their passion.
No, it sounds like a very successful person.
Yeah, but like why? Like it's just so like cut and dry. Like it's this way. You know what I mean? Like this, it's just like a flat line of just like mediocrity, I guess. But really, I don't know.
It's like we were saying earlier or yesterday when we were talking in the good mood.
Yeah. The best mood.
About how lost my train of thought. Where were we going?
Professional people.
No, the people that they're only using like half of their potential because they're concerning themselves with just these like images of success and standardization, and they're doing a good job of it, but they're missing the whole other side of things that is happening under the radar,
beneath the surface.
It's happening to them whether they pay attention to it or not. But I think it's better to learn about those things,
right?
Or that may or may not be there. But
yeah, I mean, I personally believe that, you know, there's many different mind frames one could be in, whether you're, you know, at work, whether you're doing something you truly love, whether you know, there's
and I think there's even the somewhat higher note that the only reason we experience what there is here this way is because we're set up the way we are,
right?
You know, like because everything that we have is the same as everything a rabbit has, but you can guarantee the rabbit things look a little different to a rabbit.
Sure, and I mean, who's to say that the rabbit doesn't have thoughts or, you know?
I watched that documentary about plants having a level of consciousness. I think it's called The Secret Life of Plants, I believe.
Is that where they show, like, I've seen some images of, like, they have this, like, subatomic camera that, like, can take pictures of, like, basically, like, the electrical energy that surrounds, like, anything.
Ooh.
And they show pictures of like plants and stuff. They're really like psychedelic images, but yeah, it has something to do with the fact that like there's a lot more like going on with even plants, just that like, you know, wouldn't be very apparent on the surface.
Well, one of the experiments they did in this documentary was they would hook up electrodes or little whatever those things are that can measure the amount of electricity.
Yeah.
And they hooked them up to plants and did experiments on them and tracked the results. And in one, they hooked these things up to the plant, and they had a guy come in with a knife and a head of lettuce in a room with these plants hooked up to the electrodes. And he chopped up the lettuce, and he was just hacking and slashing it. And the thing just went off the charts from where it was. It's just the plant started freaking out with the waves.
Really?
And then they cleaned up. They sent in another guy and just like, you know, watered the plant, did some experiments with it, and then no change in the meter. And then when they sent the other guy back in, the original guy who cut it up with the knife, the plant went off the chain again. Like it remembered.
Weird. So
who the guy was. And it's weird enough that it like registered a different change in frequency just when the lettuce was getting chopped up, but it remembered the guy.
So when he was chopping up the lettuce and the plants were reacting in like a change of like electronic like activity, or
I don't know what it was,
like
but
vibration.
They hooked the thing up to it and electricity, I think. Yeah.
What if
I
it
don't
was
feel like
just
it's
sensing the vibrations of like the impact of the knife hitting the lettuce.
No, because it wasn't that. It was, I don't know. You'd have to watch it.
Yeah, what was it called
very-
again? Secret Life of Plants?
Secret Life of Plants, I believe was the name of it.
It's available on Netflix. I wonder if
It was on
West,
Netflix.
I bet River West Video has it.
I bet they do.
I bet they have
I
everything
bet
here.
they do, don't they?
There's not one thing you can't find here,
No, they have every movie ever.
and even ones that haven't even come out yet.
Yeah, they have those.
They actually, that makes it sound like they're like pirating movies. They do not pirate movies.
No, they have future movies.
They have the ability. You know how like staring out into space, like you're going back in time. They actually have the ability here to manifest the any movie you ever possibly could imagine ever being created. They have the imagination of a million universes. Creed, ladies and gentlemen. Creed. I think on that note, we might have to wrap up River West Radio's own Dead Air Radio, number 7. It's been a pleasure. Next week, we're going to have some breaking developments. Things, like I said before, you couldn't even imagine being real. We'll be on this show. Special guests, all the works. Maybe even Ben. Ben might make it next time, too.
He might be here.
He might not, though. You never know. He's a loose cannon. I just want to thank everyone who listened tonight. You are our inspiration every week. We love you. God bless. Dead Air Radio, MKE.com. Thank you.
This has been Dead Air Radio. My name is Adam Barn. I'm the producer of this show. The things you heard over the length of the show represent the views of Dead Air Radio and the people making them. All opinions, quotations, and no way represent River West Radio and the sole representative of the producer, guests, and callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues regarding the air from the context of this program.